You are your own best therapist, art teacher, life coach. And you're like, huh? Are you trying to get yourself out of a job? No, this is not my job yet. Well, as the time I'm filming this, maybe by the time it's posted it is, that would be so cool. That's not the point. You are your own best. You are your own best art teacher, and you're like, why the fuck did you create a course just to tell me this? It is, obviously the things I say are important, and I think you've taken them on, and if you followed all the homeworks, I'm so proud. A round of applause. And you're basically almost done with the project. You put the timelines. I'm so proud of you. But next week's video will be a really interesting one, but let's stay with today's. I'm just really excited for you to see that one. But I think you are your own best art teacher, and you're like, wow. Because experimenting is experimenting with yourself. Nobody could have told Ariana Grande what her voice was before her voice. Like, you couldn't have guessed that kind of voice at all because it didn't exist yet. You couldn't have told the guy who painted Mona Lisa. I'm clearly not a huge paint person. I used to paint a little when I was little, but there's a reason I'm not a painter. I would love to get a little bit better at it just for fun, but that's not the point. I get sidetracked so easily. But in my defense, it is 9:44. I have been up for 12 hours. No, for longer. For 15? Whatever. That's not the point. You couldn't have told them that. You couldn't have told Beyonce to make Renaissance. You couldn't have told, not Renaissance, Lemonade, but also Renaissance. But I meant Lemonade. You couldn't have told Sabrina Carpenter to make Short and Sweet. And you're like, what's the point? Your best work is going to be decided by you. It is not going to be voted on like a democracy and be like, yes, we all approve. Because a lot of art is connection, as I've said, and your friends might not be your audience or your family. Like, if, for example, you write heartbreak songs and all of your friends are married, maybe they're not your audience, and maybe they will hate it, and only one will love it. That does not mean you shouldn't put that album out. And it's the same with anything else. Maybe your friends don't even like paintings, and you love this, and you're so proud of it, and you think it can go down in history, and you're scared because you're like, well, my friends don't approve. Well, my family doesn't approve. Well, this, well, that. You don't need permission from somebody else. You are your own best judge of this. Even to the extent of, look, I'm not against therapy, but I think you should still have a relationship with yourself and make decisions by yourself and trust yourself. Because you're with yourself much more. A therapist only knows what you tell them. I have a cold. But it's not a huge one. I hope it doesn't get worse than it is now. But yeah, you are your best own art teacher. You can take the knowledge, you can take this course, and I'm sure it will have helped. I'm very proud of this course. This is not some self-pity party of, oh, this course was bad. I think it was fucking great. I am so proud of this course. But you are your best art teacher. You don't need a grade from somebody else. You have to love it. But that is the caveat. You have to love it. Because some people make art and then they have everyone vote on it and be like, good job. But then they hate it. And then they get one hate comment. They get one, oh, I don't like this about that. And then they're like, oh no, it's all over. You have to like it. And sometimes you don't. And you have to be honest with yourself. I've recorded covers. I've written songs. I've written poems that I hated. And then I needed so much external validation for it because I hated it. And I didn't want to start over. I didn't want to practice more. I didn't want to put in more hours. I was just like, I want to be good at this now. I'm not a particularly patient person. But you need to be patient. You need to wait for the thing you love. You need to be patient. Okay, Check out all the things in the description. Love you.